Hey y'all, we need to talk about the new Tyler Perry movie, Ruth and Boaz, on Netflix. I want to give you my review of the movie. I want to tell you what I think was the deeper messaging or meaning behind this movie. And also, I want to go over 5 mistakes that our girl Ruth made that could have cost her her life and many more lives around her. But before I get started, let me thank you for clicking on this video. And I know that you could be on any channel in the world right now, but you're here with me. And I really do appreciate that. So please go ahead and like this video. It really does help the channel out. And also subscribe to the channel if you do like watching movie reviews and also TV show reviews. Now, is Ruth and Boaz worth watching? Absolutely. It's such a cute movie. The pacing and the performances were on point. Seraya, Tyler Leplay, and Phylicia Rashad absolutely killed it. It was a quick and easy watch. Before I knew it, the movie was over. It was only about an hour and 30 minutes, but it went by really fast. And I was happy that it had a fairy tale ending. I was expecting more trauma, more downtrodden characters, but this movie didn't follow the typical Tyler Perry formula because Devin Franklin was involved in this movie, and it was a whole slew of other writers as well, so it wasn't your typical Tyler Perry flick. And I absolutely love how they kept this movie clean and not raunchy at all, since it is based on a biblical story of Ruth and Boaz. And I mean, it was very loosely based, don't get me wrong. Like, you could actually watch this movie. If you didn't know the title of the movie, you might not even tie it back to Ruth and Boaz, if the names of the characters in this movie were changed, of course. Like, it was very loosely based on the Bible. So the deeper meaning or messaging, in my opinion, is that Boaz choosing Ruth was more than just romance. It's a reflection of how God chooses us. Now, if you think about it, in this movie, Boaz was damn near perfect, and Ruth, she was very flawed, and we're going to get to that in just a minute, Ruth and all of her mistakes. But Boaz, he was handsome. He was a wealthy business owner. He was a beacon in his community. He was a church going. He was nice to everybody. On the flip side of that, we have Ruth. Now, Ruth was very godly as well, but she was a flawed character. But Ruth's biggest flaw to me is the way she viewed herself as unworthy. She thought she was too broken, too guilty, too stained by her past. In her mind, she wasn't the type of woman anymore that should be chosen. But that's where God's grace steps in, okay? She meets this perfect man, and she's this flawed, beautiful woman, and he chooses her still. Boaz, he forgave her, he redeemed her, and he restored her. And at the end of this movie, he made her his wife. And that's exactly how God is with us, his children. We're all flawed. We're all Ruths out here, right? And God, he doesn't hold our mistakes against us, just like he did Ruth in this movie, right? I do want to talk about the 5 mistakes that Ruth made that could have cost her the love of her life, Boaz, and it could have caused more bodies to get dropped around her. Now, the first mistake that Ruth made was the manner in which she tried to break her contract with the singing group 404. It's perfectly fine that Ruth decided that she doesn't want to do secular music anymore. It wasn't in her heart. However, when you sign a contract, you have to follow through on your obligations, or you have to try to legally get out of that contract. But I was mad that Ruth especially let her girl breathe down. Imagine you grinding with your friend for years, y'all in the singing group, y'all trying to get on, and finally the time comes when you're about to experience the fruits of all of your labor, and your girl says she doesn't want to be in a group anymore. Like, I was heartbroken for Bree, and even Sai a little bit too, although only in the beginning of the movie. I don't agree with any of Sai's actions after the beginning of this movie. But when Ruth told Sai that she didn't want to be in 404 group anymore, and he said to her, like, listen, I'm $250,000 in debt trying to get this group up and running. I've been paying your rent. I got you a car. So I did feel bad for Sai in that moment, and I do think that Ruth could have either let them know sooner, why grind for years if it's not in your heart to do that type of music? And secondly, I think she just could have hired somebody. Instead of giving Sai the $3,000 that she gave him in this scene, she could have kept that $3,000, hired an attorney, and found out a way to legally get out of that contract. Now, the second mistake that Ruth made was not going to the police after Sai revealed to her that he had her boyfriend and her boyfriend's father killed in a carjacking. Now, listen, I know us as black people, we don't like to get the po-po involved, but if people around you are dropping like flies and you know who's responsible for that, you're not a snitch in that situation, right? Ruth, you are a law-abiding citizen, right? You are in fear of your life. Go to the police, get a restraining order, let them know what's going on. Now, the third mistake that Ruth made is not telling Naomi that Sai was responsible for killing her son and her husband. So I understand if Ruth didn't want to go to the police, but it was a roundabout way that she could have went about things. For instance, telling Naomi, let Naomi handle the business of going to the police and reporting Sai. It's just something that they could have done to have Sai get locked up a lot sooner than he did. Plus, with the way that Naomi and Ruth's relationship was blossoming, I mean, Naomi was really becoming the mother that Seraya did not have. So I really think that she owed it to Naomi so Naomi could have that closure and know exactly what happened to her son and her husband. And the fourth mistake that Ruth made was the karaoke night. Like when they went to that little club in Tennessee, like the little small town bar, and her friend signed her up to sing on the stage and she obliged. Okay, so I get you're peer pressured into going up there. You have to sing in front of a crowd. But girl, why you get up there and sing? I mean, I'm not sure. Comment down below. Let me know. Was this Seraya's real voice in this movie? I'm not sure or not. But she went up there. She sang this country song and she absolutely killed it. And you know, in that situation, in this modern day age, when you go to a karaoke night or any situation like that and somebody kills a song, you're going to end up on the internet. So I just think that Ruth should have known that. Like, girl, you went up there and killed that song the way you did. Like, you know, somebody gonna post it on social media and then Sai is gonna find your whereabouts. And that's exactly what happened. She just should have got up there and started like howling like a cat or something. I mean, it's just something she could have did to play it off like and not really show her vocal talent in that way. Now, on to the fifth mistake. Now, her friend Bree called her from Atlanta and told her like, hey, Ruth, Sai knows where you are. It's a video of you that's going viral. You're singing at a nightclub and now he knows that you're in Tennessee. So her fifth mistake right then and there is not warning Naomi and Boaz right away that they were in danger, because she knew that Sai was not going to kill her because Sai needed her. Sai just wanted her to come back to Atlanta and rejoin the girl group so he could get to the bag. But I was cringing that she did not tell Boaz. You know, I understand maybe she didn't want to tell Naomi. Naomi's older. She was in the hospital for high blood pressure. You know, maybe she didn't think Naomi could handle it. Okay, I see that. But Boaz, he was strapping. He was strong. Again, like he was a pillar in a community. Like he could have had so many people help handle that situation for her. I just hate that she put them in danger and, you know, caused all that ruckus at the end of the movie that was not necessary. So even with all of those mistakes that Ruth was making, and again, I'm team Ruth. I was rooting for her the whole time. Like, again, because we are all Ruths out here. But listen, Boaz loved her through and through. Like I felt his love. And that's why I really did like this movie, especially again, just that meaning behind it, that you could be flawed, you can make all of this series of mistakes, you could just keep digging yourself deeper and deeper into trouble, and you could still have a Boaz who's nearly perfection, still love you, still want to restore you, still want to help you out, and still make you his wife. So I thought it was just a beautiful romance story that was just deeper than just being a romance story, you know. But anyway, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on Ruth and Boaz. Hopefully I didn't give away too many spoilers, but make sure you like this video and turn on your notifications for the next video. See you guys next time. Peace.